What's up? What's up, y'all? Listen, day 11 out of 29. This is the countdown is starting. Like, we're not halfway, but we have jumped over the hump. We've already been going for a week now. We're a little over 2 weeks of falling madly in love with our money over this month. And let me just say, if you have been implementing or really considering implementing the things that I have been talking about over the last 10 days, you are already setting yourself up for financial success this year. And I want you to continue to keep this same energy throughout the year and also finish out this month with that energy because there is nothing better feeling than having control over your finances, having a positive, healthy relationship with your money, and really crushing your financial goals, feeling good about your finances, being excited about the direction that you're going in, being excited about all the things that you can do with your money because it truly is a tool for us to have a better quality of life, whether that is for ourselves or us giving to others, whatever it is. Money is the tool. And this month, we are really taking back control and building that healthier relationship with money. So if you happen to be catching this live, put hashtag live. If you're catching the replay, put hashtag replay and let me know where you're watching from. For those of you who do not know who I am, I'm Nashaya Richardson, the Play Money Coach, and I work with high achieving professionals who want to learn how to manage their money like a boss so you have more play money to do the things that you enjoy. So today we're talking about nurturing your financial relationship. Now, I truly think about my relationship with my money the same as any other relationship that I have, whether it is an intimate relationship, a friendship, a sibling relationship, a relationship with my parent, co-workers, whatever it may be. There are some things that we do in every relationship that is a healthy relationship, and that's the same things we should be doing with our money, right? So the first thing we want to do is nurture our relationship with money. And one of the ways that we can really nurture our relationship with money is by paying attention to what it is that we are doing with it. Because it is very easy to swipe and pray and not really think about what you're spending your money on, right? Or to say like, oh, that famous phrase of "you only live once," so I'm just gonna spend it and I'll worry about whatever when the time comes, and then be stressed out a couple of months from now when you needed that money that you could have actually saved or been prepared for that thing that happened to come up, right? So one, we want to nurture it, and by that is paying attention to how it is that we are treating it. So whether we are talking negatively about our finances, or we have this mentality that there's not enough, or we will never be wealthy, whatever that is, I need you to like really think about the way you're thinking about money, the way you're talking about money, because that's truly going to translate to how money shows up into your life, right? So it's important that you identify what are the beliefs that you have around your finances. It's just like having negative beliefs about a healthy relationship. If you've never experienced it, or you've never been around anyone who has had a healthy relationship, that that you may not know what to do or what to say or how to act or all those things in a healthy relationship. And it could be the same for your money. Or if you've heard negative things about relationships all of your life, where, oh, men ain't nothing, or women are crazy, or all of the negative things that comes up with relationships. If you've constantly heard those things and that's what you believe, then you may think that it's never possible for you to have a healthy relationship in your life. And that could be the same thing that's happening in your money. So really think about what it is that you believe about money and the things that you are saying about your finances that may just be a belief, but they're not actually true, right? The second thing is really set goals for yourself. And we'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow, but set goals for your relationship with money, because no one wants to be stagnant for a really long time. Again, it's just like your intimate relationship or your friendship or whatever, right? You don't want to be in the same place forever, right? You want to be able to grow and look forward to some amazing things that's happening. So whether you set the goal of I'm going to save this, or I'm going to go on vacation, or I'm going to invest in this, or I'm going to do that with my money. Set your goals and be clear about why you want to achieve those goals, because that's going to really make it exciting about building a healthier relationship with your money, because you're really looking forward to all the amazing things that you can do in your finances. And as you are achieving those goals, I need you to really celebrate your victories. Now, I know sometimes, even if it's something small, so maybe you said to yourself that, you know what, I am going to change the way that I'm spending over the next 2 weeks. Maybe you said to yourself, I want to not spend as much on takeout. And again, these are not bad things. So when I talk about this, don't feel like, oh man, I got to stop buying takeout. No, do what is your goal and get clear on why you want that to be your goal. But I'm just using this as an example. So let's say you say, over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to commit to eating at home, cooking at home, and I'm only going to get takeout once a week. And you accomplish that. Let's say you accomplish that, right? I want you to celebrate that victory, because that is major. That is you keeping your word to yourself, which means now you are learning to trust yourself more. So now you are able to complete that goal and that commitment that you set with yourself. Now, think about the next thing that you can achieve and the next commitment that you can keep to yourself, so that you learn to build the trust with yourself, which is now going to allow you to build that trust and allow you to commit to some bigger things, right? Also, the third thing, or I guess the fourth thing, is really set some time aside where you are having dates with your money. Yes, have money dates because it's important that we take some time to really look at what is happening with our money every single month. Do a quick check in. It doesn't have to be a long, drawn out thing, whether you commit to a half an hour once every 2 weeks or once a month, whatever feels good for you, right? But you need to do it at least once a month, or you commit to an hour and you really take some time to say, like, okay, I'm looking at how I spent over these last 2 weeks. If you do it every 2 weeks, right? I'm looking at how I spent my money. Was there any goals that I was working towards over those last 2 weeks that I accomplished? Was there anything that I did that I would like to do differently? Maybe it wasn't horrible, but I would just like to do something different. And I'm recognizing that. I'm going in with a positive mindset about how I am managing my money, and I'm maintaining that positivity when I think about the things that I did well and the things that I would like to improve on, and then set the intention going forward. So you can stay short term, right, for a little while until you get comfortable with the long term if you desire. But think about what the next thing is. Okay, I made it past these 2 weeks. What do I want to happen over these next 2 weeks? And maybe it's just the same thing that you did the previous weeks, because you're like, you know what, I want to make this a habit. I want to stay consistent with this. This is something that I want to commit and master before I go on and tackle something else. And that is going to truly allow you to nurture the healthy relationship that you are building, and also allow you to grow so that you can expand your capacity to not only receive, but expand your capacity to really be able to enjoy your money more in a positive space, versus having the negative feelings that come along with your finances. So, so the homework for today is to commit to a money date, however often you want to do a money date with your money. So whether that is once a week, every 2 weeks, once a month, I need you to commit to that. So tell me in the comments how often you're going to have a date with your money, and then tell me how long that date is going to be, whether it's a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, right? Because we have to commit to looking at the numbers and looking at what we're doing, so that it gives us an opportunity to improve if we need to, or to say like, man, I'm doing an amazing job. Let me celebrate myself because I'm proud of where I'm going. Because a lot of times we don't people don't take the time to look at the numbers, which is why they don't really know what's happening with their money. And when you ask the question of, oh, what's your budget, or can you go shopping, or can you go and do this thing, or can we travel, and it's like, yeah, I'll just put it on my card. And it's like, no, let's switch that, right, to where we can clearly say, like, listen, I know that I have $1,000 set aside for some last minute travel and I am ready to hop on that plane and go wherever, right? Or I know that I've set $500 to the side to go shopping. And right now I have about $250 left in that shopping account. I know this is what I can spend versus saying, well, I'll just put this on my card and then I'll pay a little extra next month. No, let's get out of the habit of doing that and positioning ourselves so that we're in a better space and we know clearly what is happening with our money. We're feeling positive and good about the money moves that we're making, right? And we're becoming empowered buyers. We're also being really intentional about how we're thinking about our money and then the goals that we're setting for ourselves so that we can continue to build a healthier relationship with our finances. So that was day 11 of 29. And listen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm like really excited about all these aren't even episodes. I don't know what to call them. All these lives. I'll just say all these lives that I have been doing over the last 11 days because if you have implemented any of them, I'm sure you're already seeing improvements with your finances. And this is some of the stuff that happens in my one-to-one program when we work together over 3 months because it's really catered to you as the client. What are your goals? What are the things that you want to work towards? What are your dreams and aspirations? What are your financial values? And that is why I love my Radiant Wealth Accelerator because I have my framework, but it also is flexible to where it is catered towards what the things that you are working on. So if you're a woman that is like, listen, I have the money, I have disposable income, but for whatever reason, I get to the end of the month and I have no idea where my money went. I am not saving the way I want to save. I still have debt and I'm tired of the debt. I really want to do more fun things with my money. And I am really in a space where I desire a healthier relationship with my finances. So when I'm going in the store, I'm not swiping and praying. I don't have this shame and this guilt and all these negative feelings around my finances. I truly want to build a healthier relationship with my money and feel empowered and confident and excited about the money that I am making. If that is you, then you are a perfect fit for my Radiant Wealth Accelerator. But if you're in a space where you're like, okay, money is tight and I really have no extra and something's got to give, the accelerator is not for you right now, but I do have other ways that you can work with me. But if you are interested in the two of the spots that I have available, please book your call, meetwithnashaya.com, and we can talk about what that looks like and if you're a good fit. But truly, you would walk away with your value-based spending plan where you have clarity of where your money is going, which allows you to have that peace of mind and less stress around your finances, which a lot of the women that I work with, by the time they come to me, that's the space that they're in. They're like, listen, girl, like I'm making this money, but it just don't feel right. And I'm tired of feeling this way, this stress and, this anxiety because I don't know where my money is going and I have no structure, right? Also, it is truly going to allow you to accelerate paying off your debt because that's the other thing that a lot of women, when they come to me, is they have some type of debt that they are ready to get rid of. And by getting rid of that debt, it positions them to be able to travel more, to invest more, to save more, to do more stuff with their kids that they have been wanting to do, or they've been doing it, but they've been swiping their card and they're ready to get out of that cycle of swiping and then trying to figure it out later, right? No, we don't want to do that anymore. We want to be in a space where we have the disposable income and it's working for us the way that we desire it to work for us. So all of those things we address in my 3-month program. So again, if you want one of the two spots that I do have available right now, go ahead and book your call and we can talk about if you're a good fit. If you are a good fit, then we'll talk about moving forward. The investment for that is $3,750. And if you're unable to pay the full payment, I do have payment plans. So we can talk about that as well. But tomorrow, I'm going to talk about creating financial milestones because just like any part of our life, as high achievers, there's always some reason to check a box, right? We're checking boxes all the time. And it doesn't have to necessarily be big boxes, right? It could just be something as simple as, giving yourself some time to rest for an hour a day where you typically wouldn't do that, right? So financial milestones do not have to be some major thing where you have $1 million net worth. It doesn't have to be that, right? It could be something as simple as saving $5 a month, right? Because you've never been able to save anything. So we'll talk about tomorrow about creating those financial milestones and some of the ways that you can do it and what that could look like. So I look forward to seeing you back tomorrow. If you're coming back tomorrow for day 12, put a fire emoji in the comments. Also, feel free to share this, tag your friend, tag your mama, tag your cousin, whoever you think needs to hear this message. And I will see y'all back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Later.